welcome to the Ielts YouTube channel, and this is a private talk. It is one of the talks that is not going to be broadcast, but you're going to be able to watch it right here. And it is something that is quite intimate. Today we're going to be talking about the topic of marriage. Marriage is a topic often talked about a lot in Vietnamese society. Women talk about it, men talk about it, and nowadays I think there's a whole new definition of marriage out there, and I think there's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to us thinking about when, why, and how, and what to go from marriage, you know? So let's welcome, once again, Đoàn, Mr. Đoàn. He's here with us. And
thank you, and thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, and you've been married for 1.5 years, right?
Correct.
1.5 years. And why don't we go back a little bit to know when you're younger? Because to be honest, I'm still in that stage. You know, I'm not ready for marriage yet.
Yep.
I'm still looking for the one. But you know, during the process of my search, you know, there's been a lot of hits and misses, and you know, a lot of the bad boys, and a lot of, you know, the very, very short-term relationships. So
Yep.
did you have those kinds of experiences, you know, before you really found?
Of course. I mean, I think it's part of a journey that pretty much everybody has to go through to better understand what is valuable for you and what is, you know, like comfortable for you. And I think just putting yourself out there and going through the experience to know exactly when you meet that somebody and you know this is it, mm-hmm. then I think it's well worth it.
Yeah. Was this love at first sight?
For him, yes, not for me.
For him, it was. How so? What clicked? What in his head clicked?
I couldn't say about Adrian. Like I don't know. He just like. From what I heard from him is that like the first time he saw me, he just knew right away that he wanted to be with me. Mm-hmm. This it took me some time to, you know, to talk to him, get to know him, mm-hmm. To be able to say, yeah, I mean, this could work out to something great.
Really?
Yes.
How long did it take you to get to that point?
I think it's about around 6 months.
Wow, 6 months. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, because so I was kind of going through a transitions of another relationship also. So mm-hmm. It was what it was, you know. But I'm glad that everything worked out at the end. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why did you decide to get married 1.5 years ago?
Wow, that's really is $1 million questions.
Yeah.
I guess it just this might sound really cliche, but but when you met that somebody that really makes you happy and you know this is the one for you, then it's very easy to say yes to marriage.
Mm-hmm. Now, does this come from, you know, a lot of the experiences before that, where you've met the many not the ones, and then that's when you realize, you know, the one you met is the one?
I think you could say so, because I mean, drawing from my past relationships, I think with what I have like right now, I just feel very safe and very welcoming, and I just, for example, like. It could be something really simple, like when after a long day of working, mm-hmm. you really, you know, when you get off work, all you could think about is go home and spend time with that somebody. Mm-hmm. And I think that just speak to the truth that, you know, that's the right person for you.
Right. So now that you're married, how is your everyday life different from when you were still a single man?
I think pretty much it's about the same thing. I mean, we go to work, we support each other when there are things that need our support, whether it's labor work, mm-hmm. or you know, mentally. Mm-hmm. So, but for the most part, you just, after you get married, you aware of the fact that you make such a big commitment to each other, mm-hmm. and you really should honor that. Mm-hmm. And that's something, you know, I think it just your gut feeling is a lot different. Yeah. Whereas your daily activities, it remains the same.
Interesting. So your gut feeling is a lot different.
Yeah.
And now you have to take into consideration somebody else's benefits or somebody else's
Exactly.
well-being. Right?
So like somebody you do now that like everything is out in the public. Everything you do, that you have to think of the other person. Is this gonna affect him in any way, in like a positive or a negative way? You know, and so I think it's the same thing for Adrian. When it comes to how he would behave or speak for us, it's more of an awareness that you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys live together. You guys also work together.
Yep.
Yeah. How's that experience and cross-platform relationship?
Well, let me tell you, it's there are times it's difficult because you tend to have a little bit of you bring your relationship into the working environment, which I don't think is healthy, but you cannot help it. But then we both pretty reasonable, so we'll be able to pull ourselves back and say, okay, I think it's either he thinks that, okay, I think you're right, or I think he's right, so we should follow that directions. Yeah. And after a while you get used to it. And I think we work a lot more efficient, and it turns out pretty good so far. So I'm happy about it.
That's great. Do you guys ever fight or argue at all?
Not really.
No.
I mean, just a couple of times over the course of almost 4 years that we've been together. Very little.
Wow.
For the most part, though, I think it's because Adrian is very calm. I'm a little more emotional when to come to the two of us, but so it helps a lot. But at the same time, I tend not to hold grudges. I mean, if I get mad, it'll last about 1 or 2 minutes, and then I look at him and he's just like whatever, and then I just burst out laughing, and then that's it. Yeah.
That's an amazing ability to get mad just for 1 or 2 minutes. I would love to have that ability. Please teach me.
It's not that hard actually. You just like whatever happened. So you just focus on not repeating the same mistake and learn from that experience and move on. You can fix the past anyway. So yeah. Yeah.
So what are some of the instances where you actually had to make compromises, in your relationship? Can you give some examples?
You mean compromises in work or like in relationships?
Whatever, between the both of you. Yeah.
It could be, like, God, there's so many things, but I could give you an example. This is something I haven't even tell, Adrian, is that I hated how he never, like the toothpaste, he just pressed whenever he wants. I like to go from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
But then, like, sometimes I look at it, I get so annoyed, but then I think, this is just so little thing that, well, I'm sure I have some habits that annoys the hell out of him. So that's where the compromising come in and say, okay, this is not the end of the world. It's livable.
So if there's one habit right now that you can tell Adrian to seize, you can look into the camera and say what kind of habit it is. Apart from the toothpaste, maybe the toothpaste is one. But are there any other habits that if you had a chance to tell Adrian, you would?
I don't know. I couldn't really think of anything right now. But maybe when I get mad, do not respond to me. Just say something.
Nice. Or you can play in the song "Say Something," and then ignore the latter part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are foodie. You love to cook.
Yes.
Where does this love for cooking come from? Does it come from the love for others?
Not really. Like because when I lived in the state for a really long time, so I kind of learned how to cook myself. It just that I don't like to eat fast food all the time. So and we both love to eat. So and I enjoy cooking so much. That's why when we get together, I ended up being the one who makes dinner or cooks and invite friends to come over to have dinner with us. It just comes naturally because like we both enjoy eating and I enjoy cooking at the same time. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So now that you're a married couple, how do you see yourself? I guess in 5 years' time, 10 years' time. Are you guys thinking about kids?
As a matter of fact, we're looking to have kids. Hopefully, by the end of this year, we will start the process.
That probably has to be done in the States, or can you do that in Vietnam?
Yes, and we're looking into either surrogacy or through adoptions.
I see.
So we're still reviewing our options right now. However, we're both reaching to an age that we decided that's the directions that we want to go.
Yeah.
And we really want to have a small family. And well, on the safe side, we start to adopt a little puppy.
Oh.
So we started from there. So we think we're pretty okay right now to
That's
moving on to the next step.
The last time I did that, because I was like, okay, I really love puppies, and I'm going to practice taking care of a puppy. And then my friend and I, my roommate and I, adopted a puppy, and we ended up giving it up for adoption 2 weeks afterwards, just because we weren't able to have the time and the love to take care of the puppy.
Yeah.
So
it's actually bring us a lot of joy though. So
great.
like I love coming home to Adrian and to play with my little dog. Yeah.
Do you think Vietnam is a good environment or a safe environment for you to nourish your marriage and for you to plan for the future?
I think Vietnam, in terms of society, I think we're opened up a lot compared to when I left Vietnam and moved to the States.
Yeah.
So, which is, I think it's great, but at the same time, when it comes to relationship, I think it's no matter if you are gay or straight, it's all it's mostly the two of you have to really work together, understand each other, and really want to have a solid relationship, have the same goals almost. Then that's if we have that in common, then that's when the relationship would be cherished and nourished and develop into something worthwhile. If you know what I mean, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Are you guys recognized officially at this moment?
Recognized as in paperwork recognized by the Vietnamese government is not yet. But fortunately enough, this year in January we went to San Francisco and were able to register over there, and our marriage in the United States is recognized.
That's amazing. Now we're in society in Vietnam, and sex is something that's been brought into the open light quite recently in recent years,
yes,
but not necessarily talked so openly about. Do you feel like you have, do you feel like you're able to express yourself physically to your partner in the way that you want to in Vietnam compared to in San Francisco, for example?
I think I couldn't say for about other people, but my own experience with Adrian, I think we have a really good communication system. So anything that bothers me, really bothers me that I think need to be addressed, I would say, and he would do the same thing to me. So I personally, I don't think we have any problem in that department. Yeah,
that's great.
And I think I think I should encourage that behaviors for younger people, viewers out there, to speak your mind, tell your partner the truth about what makes you comfortable and what make you uncomfortable, so that you guys would understand each other better. I think that's the key to have a long-lasting relationships.
Agree.
Because sometimes you're doing something you thought that the other person is really enjoying it, but it's absolutely not the case.
Yes.
Which could lead to some
Yes.
major issues, right? And like
Agreed.
I think Vietnamese tend to be polite, if you will.
Yes.
It's like we're not direct like Westerners. Like if you don't like, you say it. We're just like, yeah, okay, it's fine. I think it's a wrong way to approach it.
I agree, and
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to marriage, when it comes to long-term relationships, it's pleasure is important for
Exactly.
both parties, and you got to be aware of the other person and also your own pleasure, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, communication is key, and I
Yeah.
think there are always methods to communicate to not hurt the person's feelings,
Yeah.
or to do it in a way that is that is towards a better outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not criticism, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, your marriage has been broadcast a lot on the
Yeah.
media. It's everywhere over the media. Has that helped or hindered your marriage?
I think for the most part, it just the media portrayed our relationship in a really positive light. So I think it helps for us. It didn't really affect us that much, but I think it helps to a lot of LGBT kids out there to see that if you really love somebody and you're passionate about it, and you work hard for your relationships,
Yes.
you could find somebody as well. And
I agree.
and I think as long as you are a decent person who contribute to society, be kind to your friends, your family, and and taking care of your partner, of your loved ones. Gay or straight, it's still the same, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like you're. I think people confuse being gay as a choice, which I don't think. A lot of people ask when did you choose to be gay?
Yeah.
Then my question to that is, when did you choose to be straight?
Yeah.
I think gay is something you born with, just like your hair, your eyes, your nose, or whatever. So, but that doesn't define who you are.
I agree.
You define who you are. So, luckily, the press has been really shed some light using our relationship as as a really positive, in a really positive way. So I think it's a really good thing. Yeah. And I do advocate for just being who you are, and be secure of who you are, and everything else. It's just a label.
Yeah, I agree. And also, one of the things that I really love about the press's coverage of you guys' matrimony is that it looks like a regular marriage. It looks like a regular union of two people, and it just looks like two people in love, and like two people are deciding to get together.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good way in the sense that it sheds light, and it reminds people that this is a natural rites of passage.
Yeah.
It's not people trying to put up a show. It's not people trying to come up with something to create for like a shock factor,
Yeah.
which is sadly sometimes associated
Yep.
with same-sex marriage right here in the country.
Correct.
So it's great that you guys have a great ceremony, and it's also great that the press is covering it just like a normal wedding, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a blessing.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
So we actually have a group of yay or nay questions.
Okay.
And you're going to hold up a board that
Okay.
says yay or nay, yay for yes, nay or for no,
Okay.
for disagreement. And we're going to ask you a series of questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let's have the yay or nays. Okay, guys, we're gonna have a series of yay or nay questions. We're gonna do this really quickly, and then any question that's interesting, we're gonna elaborate afterwards, okay? So yay or nay, are you ready?
I'm scared.
I don't know these questions beforehand, but okay, they're quite
All right.
interesting. All right, you don't wear underwear at home. You do not. do do you walk around naked at home?
Sometimes.
Nice. It's great though. You got to let everything breathe, right?
Yeah.
So all right. So leather shoes over sports shoes. Oh, so interesting. Natural body scent over perfume. I have to agree with that one. What is this? What is Y front? What is Y front? Okay, the question is Y front over boxers. Do I know what is the Y front?
I think is it just briefs over
Is it
boxers?
brief or is it G-string? What is the Y front?
Like the G-string.
It's a G-string.
Yeah, that's a no, definitely. I don't wear G-string. Sorry to disappoint you guys.
Then what is it? What is it? Oh, it's a brief.
Briefs.
It's a brief.
Okay. So yes, brief.
Brief over boxers.
Yes.
All right. Having a gym partner is better than going to the gym alone.
No.
No, I
Yeah.
agree with you completely on that. Cook at home over going to the restaurant. Really? Cook at home. Is your food restaurant quality, chef quality? Do you do the presentation?
So far, I haven't have any complaint. So
Wow, that's great. Cooking for other people over being cooked for. Yay, so you like to cook for other people. I prefer to cook Western food over Vietnamese food.
really depends on my mood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that question is half and half.
Which one do you eat more?
I think more Vietnamese food
More
since
Vietnamese
I'm
food.
here and the ingredients is right there available.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes when you cook Western food, there are some special ingredients
Mm-hmm.
that you couldn't get. So I tend to cook more Vietnamese now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You will fight. What is this? Why is there this question? You will fight for your partner as compared to stepping aside when there is a third wheel in your relationship.
Oh my God. I'd say nay.
Nay.
Because, let me elaborate on that one. Because you cannot keep a person who already wants to leave you.
Agree.
So if that's what he wanted, then that's it.
Agree.
Yep.
But having a third wheel does not necessarily mean that he wants to leave you.
No.
Okay, that's where we disagree, I think.
I think Adrian would say the same thing.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that's why you guys are married. 'Cause
Yes.
You believe in the same thing. All right. So, prefer to propose versus being proposed to.
I would say being proposed to, so that's a yay.
Being proposed to. So you like to be proposed to.
Yes.
Okay. And you prefer to have pet dogs than pet cats.
Pet dog, yes.
Pet dogs, same here. So you prefer taking a selfie over having your selfie taken by other people.
Taking selfie.
Taking selfies, right?
Yes.
What's the best selfie pose?
Best one is you do something like this.
Like that, sit
Yeah.
to the side.
Like to the side a little bit, get the angle of your chins, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how should the expression be?
I always smile.
We're going to go on to that later. All right. So you think your shining smile is a selling point?
Oh my, I've never really think about it at all. I just, that's the way I smile. I mean, I can't really sell it, right? I mean,
Has anybody talked to you about your smile?
people just tell me that I have a great smile. I
Yeah.
look friendly when I smile.
Yes.
Yes.
And your husband, Adrian, has also said that he fell in love with you because of your smile.
Really? Wow.
That's what I get from here. But you can go home and double check with him to see the validity of
I
this.
think that's true. I remember he said it to me one time.
Yeah. That's why I say I think it's true, because you do have a very, very, very nice and bright smile.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much for talking to us on the topic of marriage. Before we go, is there anything that you want to like sum up when it comes to marriage, or any message you might want to send out to our viewers?
Well, I guess I just want to say that just be yourself and take care of yourself and the people that you love, and live your life. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. And I mean, it sounds a little bit cliches, but really, you decide what you want in life, and whoever you decided to be with, that should be the person you ended up being with. So don't let other people tell you otherwise.
Agree. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, and guys, remember to always tune in with us at Ielts. Of course, we have little snippets like this where it's not really English speaking related or English learning related, but because the English language is such an open language, and there's so many topics that can be talked about with the English language, so we hope to have these mini series where we can have a lot more, small talks on different issues and aspects of life, where we hope that you will get inspired and have a little bit more of an open mind when it comes to different issues on life. Okay, so that's it for this time. Tune in to us again next time. We'll see you then.